So, last week for Thanksgiving, we went down to visit the grandkids in Vieira, Florida. And coming from the Omaha, Nebraska area, and it was like a 3-day drive down. And I just wanted to make a comment about the Florida Turnpike. So, on our way down, and I used to live in Jacksonville, Florida. Never used the Florida Turnpike. On our way down, our navigation system directed us to take the I-10 over to 95 and take 95 south, and not use the Florida Turnpike. And it indicated it was almost a 5-hour delay if we were going to use the Turnpike. So initially we were thinking, okay, we'll see, because it indicated that the issue was 140 something miles away. As we got to where 75 crosses 10, traffic was at a standstill, complete stop. So we went ahead and did that, and it, according to the original navigation, it added about an hour and a half to our trip. No big deal, but, little disappointing. It's a long trip. We wanted to get there. Anyway, that was all fine. However, coming back, navigation indicated that everything was cool using the Turnpike. Now, to understand, the Turnpike does include tolls, so you have to pay for the privilege of getting on the Turnpike. And you can stop at the booths or get a sun pass, or they take pictures of your license plates and will send you a bill, which I am, of course, expecting here in the not too distant future. Anyway, so we get on it, we're tooling along, and we keep getting slow traffic messages, and it never completely stopped, but it took us basically from north of the Orlando area to get to where I-10 crosses 75. That portion of our trip took almost 6.5 hours, which should be roughly a 2-hour drive. Personal service message, and now granted, these are the weekends bracketing Thanksgiving, so, but yeah, my the unfortunate part with the Florida Turnpike is once you're on it, there's really no place to get off. So, and a 200-mile stretch, there can be multiple accidents, and based on what I looked up later, there were like 6 or 7 accidents, and I know the state of Florida is not really responsible for that, but there's no place to get off the Turnpike. So in our future travels, if we do actually drive again, which at some point we will be avoiding at least the northern portion of the Florida Turnpike, and I really can't recommend it for anybody, despite the additional time it might take to drive over to Jacksonville, Florida and take 95 down. I would just do that and avoid it. Now, I will say, I guess the Southern Turnpike probably isn't as bad, but I have no experience with that, so I can't comment about that, but there you go. Yeah, it's painful. When your drive time's supposed to be from Vieira, Florida to Chattanooga, Tennessee, 8 hours, and it takes 14 and a half, almost 15 hours. That's a lot of your time. And if you do it via Jacksonville, your trip turns into a 9.5 to 10 hour trip. So anyway, I just wanted to make that comment. Next photography video will be coming out this weekend. Anyway, thanks. Have a great week. See you later.